Me saying the Champions League is the highest level of football.
You said that, yes?
Yeah, that doesn't mean you have to be dominant in the Champions League for you to be the best manager ever, you know.
You said so, that's everything.
All right, greetings and salutations, and welcome once again to the Sports Desk. Here today, the name is you.
Good afternoon, listeners. The name is Christopher Sedan Matthews.
All right, and I'm sure you, the listeners, will have the list of things I want to talk about, but people have been asking me what have I made at the West Indies? The win over Zimbabwe the other day. And what are my comments about it? Boy, people, I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand. And I was listening a little bit at the program yesterday before I went down to the Money Cup game. What is the fascination with having Kyle Mayers open the bowling? I don't get it. Kyle Mayers has played in, I think, 19 or 20 T20 international games. I think he has bowled in 8 or 9 of them. He has 1 wicket, people. 1. His economy rate is 10. So it's not like you're giving a ball to a man who has some kind of history at getting people out. It's not like you're giving the ball to somebody who has a history of keeping it tight. He's taken 1 wicket in his entire T20 international career. Granted, like I said, you didn't bowl in all of them. What is the fascination with that? I don't understand it as a tactic. It don't make no cricketing sense. I don't understand how you as the captain can win the toss and say, boy, you see some moisture in the pitch, you see some things that you think will be assisting bowlers. And then what you do is put on Kyle Mayers and also Akil Hussain. So let us say you think that the pitch will be assisting bowlers. Then why are you having on both a medium pacer and a spinner? Which one of these do you think it would assist? Any pitch that will assist Kyle Mayers, wouldn't it also assist people who are known to be better bowlers? Kyle Mayers doesn't have a history of doing well. I don't get it. And as for Puran, when you as a captain make the kind of mistakes he's making, and I single out one, and I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it. There's a rule in cricket that you cannot have more than 3 people behind square on the leg side. That's a no ball. You only can have 2 people to the right of the square leg umpire. We were no balled in the game for having 3 people to the right of the square leg umpire. Now the wicket keeper is your captain. And if there's anybody who should see that 3 people are behind square, it is the wicket keeper. The man is also your captain. That tell me, so this Virginia take time and lose it. There was one particular case where a ball, we were appealing for LBW. The umpire never put up his finger. The captain and keeper was saying he's going to go for the review. We have gone for 6 reviews in the World Cup, up to yesterday. We did not get one single one right. These things might look like small things, but boy, I don't know. We have struggled with the captaincy and we have struggled with the tactic and it. So God help we for the game against Ireland. I hope we can go through.
Yes, hopefully. Quickly on this Highgate thing that I hear being discussed, and the situation. I heard some things earlier on today, and I don't think they were clear and they were right. If ISA finds that a player is ineligible, they will take action against the school. However, I think there's a new rule that came into play this season, where because ISA doesn't want, because for example, people, if I am in Group A, I do what I need to do. I come third, beat up 2 big sides, get the 3rd place, and then I'm one of the best 3rd place. Now you get 5-6 love from a school who will use an ineligible player in that game. In your first game, you wait until the end of the first round. Then you make a protest to ISA. And based on the rules before then, ISA would have to take the points away and give it to you. Then now you wouldn't. So even if the player play 1 minute, you get the 3 points. Then you advance as the best 3rd player to 1 minute, which wouldn't be fair. And to send the competition this report. So I understand why ISA said, listen, if you know that the player is ineligible, immediately after the game you lodge the complaint or within 48 hours. But people were saying that if you don't report it in 48 hours, then the players are still eligible. That is not the case. The only thing that the 48 hours stipulation does is prevent the opposing team from getting the 3 points if the player is used in that game. ISA will still take action if it is found out that the player is actually ineligible.
All right.
So we'll go to the first call, my boss. Where? Boxwood? Okay, good afternoon.
Is it on?
Good afternoon, sir, Boxwood.
Good afternoon. I'm feeling very charitable today. So may I give you 4 minutes or 4.5 minutes of my time. Over the forever, what you have lamented on this show is, in your defense of Pep, is the superior system, correct?
Yes, that is part of it.
Okay. I think that is the main part of it. So take the rest of my time and explain to us what Pep's system is, what are the main features of the system, how it works within the different formations that Pep employs, and while you're at it, also contrast that with what Klopp does and tell us how it's different. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, man. Pep teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Pep
Go ahead.
teams. You ready? Yeah. So they possess the ball very well. He demands of them to keep possession of the ball and don't make loose, long passes, and they are not as direct as Klopp's system. That's one example of the difference.
No, just tell us what Pep's system is, what it's called, how it's implemented, what the main features are.
You want to know what it's called? And the main features is the amount of chance they create based on the amount of possession and how quickly they move the ball through the channels.
Okay.
Yes. You want to know what it's called? I don't know.
Okay.
Yes. But it's possession based, and he demands for you to keep hold of the ball. When the ball is on the left side, the right winger has to wait until the last minute to make that run inside the 18-yard box. So it's basically fooling the wing back of the opposing team as if he doesn't have to worry about him for him to make that last run. But the main thing is
the main features.
Yeah, man, the main feature is that they keep possession of the ball very well. They are patient, they don't give away the football, and they create numerous chances because of their quick passing and their quick play.
And tell us about Klopp's system now.
Klopp, depending on who he's playing, he use the pressing game, but he's a little bit more direct. So his thing is press and counter press for the most part. You happy?
And that's it?
Yes, pretty much. He's basically one-dimensional, you know. Klopp, you know. Easy to figure out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll come off of the car because I'm in a public space. But let the world decide on your analysis.
Yes, man. Wonderful.
You're a drone, brother.
No, sir.
Drone, yeah, drone.
All right, my boss.
Drone, yeah, drone.
Nice try here. Hello. Man, shame on God. Hello. Shipping port.
What's the
Yeah, shipping port.
Big up on yourself. Orville.
Yeah, man.
You know, my beg you do a thing somewhere there. Maybe I have it you forget, but more you find the Jamaica under 20 played a game against Westmoreland some time ago. And I watched that game on television, and that number 12 from Westmoreland, one was this youth was drafted in this Jamaica team. This youth was wired. This youth was the best player on the team and the field. And that youth, the number 12, I love you find out. Make 2 phone calls.
Jamaica under 20 versus a Westmoreland under 20 team.
Yeah, that Westmoreland number 12. The littlest youth on the field.
Who was coaching the Westmoreland team?
You know, I don't know who was the coach.
That way to that easier for me.
I would one simple phone call. I threw my link them down there, so I'm not to the Westmoreland come into that chat to again in place.
No, man, if I know who was the Westmoreland coach, it would be easy for me to link and then find out who the number 12.
I link to the coach on school, Everton Tamilton, man, and maybe can tell who the number 12 there was.
Or he could probably tell me who was the coach if it wasn't him. So I could find out.
Yeah, but you see them thing and them look how you tell me is what me doing in Orville is try to write down them youth and name and remember them couple years time now and see what them do. What that number 12.
All right, let me see if I could find out who it. When was this game played though?
It was played somewhere in Westmoreland.
When?
Sometime I don't know the date. I'm gonna big up Shippy TV. Shippy TV, you make me watch a whole heap of football.
Like when? Like a month ago, 2 months ago, whenever.
No, I have an idea, but it was in 2022.
Oh, this year the match play.
I think maybe they were shaping the team to go overseas. I think. I don't know if it was before that or
all right,
before
I'll go and try to find out who was the number 12 in that Westmoreland
game. We have been whole heap of schoolboy football and we also bring the match there.
All right.
So ship it easy against the down them side, the Western Jamaica when I come from. Only for them match I used to travel go watch.
Yeah.
I kind of watch them from home. So big up on yourself.
All right.
Zidane Matheus.
Yes, Mr. Shipping.
Kill me yesterday, not true?
Easy pickings, man. Easy
Which
pickings.
argument you use and kill me?
Your own argument, my boss. I never needed to find any argument.
All right, what is my argument? You know the argument for you use, and that's not my argument, and that wasn't what I came on the radio with, you know.
No, you came on the radio to say to me that Pep is not the GOAT.
That is one.
And not, yeah, that is the main thing you spoke
No,
about.
it's two things. No, two arguments I came with. Pep is not the GOAT, and Klopp is better than Pep, and I could tell you the reason why.
No, man,
you never gave me the chance.
I don't want to get into the Klopp versus Pep thing.
Uninterrupted. Can I get even 1 minute and 5 before, please?
No, yes, I tell you why I kill her yesterday, but you know what?
Come on.
I'm saying to you, you said the reason why Pep cannot be the GOAT is because he's not dominant in the Champions League. So then I asked you, who is the GOAT for you? And you said, hold on, let me finish for the listeners who are listening today. You said, Sir Alex Ferguson is the GOAT. He's not more dominant than Pep in the Champions League, my boss. So that you're contradicting yourself.
You want to hear my argument now to that, my counter to that?
There's no counter to that. You kill yourself.
You say, come and listen and not say nothing, because them thing I know do a lot of callers, you know. Or not give them a chance to talk, then you say, oh, no win. Listen my argument why I use the Champions League, which was one of about 4 things that I used. You are the person who came and said the Champions League is the most competitive. Not me. Me and you did debate that time. I say it is not, and you say it is. So if your argument is the Champions League, why your top coach not dominating?
I never said anything. I never said anything about Champions League more competitive than any other competition.
You never say more competitive than the league. I mean, you did go at it a while, couple of years ago.
I never discussed
so
anything.
You think the league is more competitive than the Champions League?
You know what the word competitive means, Shipping Port?
Orville, Zidane.
Yes.
Are you gonna? Is the Champions League more competitive?
I've never discussed. But I'm saying to you, I've never discussed the Champions
League. It is better than the league.
Higher standard of play, Mr.
All right.
It's a different argument from competitive.
Let's move on. That's your argument. All right.
Yes.
Listen to me. With my argument that I use, and you jump and use one.
No man, but I asked you to name the reason why Pep is not the GOAT, and you said he will dominate the Champions League.
No, that was one. That was one off. That wasn't it.
No, when I asked you for the reason, and you gave me the reason.
I gave you one of many reasons, and not one reason alone, Miguel.
Right, so what
the argument? Didn't I compare him to Klopp with whatever he was doing? Yes or no?
But you said that was not a reason. You actually said that was not a reason.
Take the break and make me stop.
You're all over the shop, my boss. Hold the line, though. We're coming back.
All right, Shipping Port.
All right, done.
Yeah.
This is argument was Pep is not the GOAT. 1, 2, Klopp is better than Pep. And you never gave me a chance to go deep down because you bully me, you know, someone. You give me a minute and 30 seconds now, you know. For me tell the public why I think he's not the GOAT. And I had come on this program and named 10 coaches which I think is better than him. I have 10 coaches better than Pep. He cannot be the GOAT. Another thing is why I don't think Pep is the GOAT. Pep has coached 3. When you got the 3 teams, you know, they were the 3 best teams, you know, in the world. I mean, I think he separates himself from no other team outside, especially the Champions League, where you say is the best league ever. So if the Champions League is the best league according to you, why Pep not dominate it? He not separate himself from nothing from them, brother. In league them when play in our country because they are the best set of players.
Yes.
They must be more consistent.
So who
separate?
So which manager? Alex Ferguson separating the other people in the Champions League?
No, Champions League is not my argument, so don't use it.
No, but hold on, my boss, man. Me saying the Champions League is the highest level of football.
You said that, yes?
Yeah, that doesn't mean you have to be dominant in the Champions League for you to be the best manager ever, you know.
You said so, that's time
I know, but I never said anything about you being dominant in the Champions League, or more dominant for you to be the GOAT, my boss. I never said any such thing.
No, but that is, you're going to run from it now, you know.
No, my boss.
That beat you with Messi, so that's why you're going to run from that now.
No, my boss. All right, the World Cup is the highest level of international football. I don't believe that the man who wins the most World Cup is necessarily the best international coach ever, my boss. Don't confuse the two things, my boss.
Stick down to Pep and nobody jump over Pep and go.
No, I'm not jumping. I'm saying you're confusing yourself, my boss. Thinking that because I think the Champions League is the highest level of football, it means you have to be the most dominant in that to be the best coach.
I think that's enough. If I think it's the highest level, I think the best player should dominate it, the best coach should dominate it.
All right. Shippingport.
The argument is null and void.
No, man.
As a between them who jump with the 1 point yesterday, they must listen to the whole thing and don't jump with 1 point where you jump down pan.
You're not a great argument, no.
Yes, but you have to use that.
Shippingport.
Think about it. Your argument is null and void.
Shippingport. Jan Zidane can discuss that another day. I find out the youth where you talk. Him name Devante Rodney. I just link the man in speed. Him come man in one. Play last year.
Big baller.
Remember the youth now when I went to the final, him full of skill for
you. You could have killed the Jamaican baller then.
Yeah, man, him full of skill for sure. I remember the look number 12 for sure.
Also, me say that youth should have in a Jamaica team. They need for draft that youth.
Him name Devante Rodney. So, for what it's worth.
All right.
Listen out for
no respect for that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man, big up.
All right, we'll move on to Omar Williams. Omar.
Well, I feel like I'm going to be the judge today.
Oh, I know what?
Yeah, man, because Zidane and some argument, man.
Oh, well.
Where about Mr. Matthews?
I'm here, my boss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I don't like that fool point that we make yesterday now. But Liverpool against Arnett Yard. What kind of mad this that they come on?
After you disgrace yourself so on the radar yesterday, you're coming and saying I made a fool point.
No, but that is foolishness, my boss.
No, mister, I didn't make a point.
All right, so
I was trying to get you to understand that your point is idiotic, my boss.
No, my boss.
You can say the smaller teams is easier for Liverpool. The harder teams, the bigger teams are easier for Liverpool to beat than the smaller teams. No can cause my boss.
All right, no worries, then. Mr. Higgins.
Yes.
You have watched Liverpool over the last 2-3 seasons?
Yeah, man, watch enough.
Which out of the teams, the so-called top 16 them and the bottom 16 them, which one have been harder for Liverpool to beat?
No, it must be easier for Liverpool to beat the lower ranked teams.
All right, so which one of them get more results out of, positive results from?
Remember,
time of watching them.
Remember, there are only, you would say, 4 or 5 other top teams,
Yes.
And by that logic, there would be 14 or 15 other small teams.
But even this season, Orville, we can go to
cumulatively, they would get more points from small teams than big.
But even this season, Liverpool has lost 2 games. You know who the 2 teams are that beat Liverpool?
2 big teams.
Arsenal and Manchester United.
Yeah. You can't argue that they do better.
Manchester United was a big team.
Manchester United is a big team. They're a top 6 team. What do you mean if they are a big team? They're better than Bryan.
19 or 20 Manchester United then when they beat Liverpool, no, my boss. No,
Omar, man. Come to better.
Omar, so your argument is that Liverpool is more likely to beat
City and Arsenal and
the
Chelsea.
big teams than the small teams?
Yes, that is their system. That is how their system is designed, my boss.
Omar, not do that to yourself.
And that is factual, Mr. Higgins. But anyway, I don't want to elaborate too much on that today.
Omar, you're not fit to do that panel though.
No, but a facts are it.
The facts are that Liverpool does better. How many small teams? How many points does Liverpool get from the smaller teams then? Over the years, vis-a-vis the big teams then.
Over the years?
Come with that, and then who knows? Let's say there are 5 other teams. Because we're talking, let's say top 6, eh?
Yeah.
So they would play top 5 teams. How many points are at stake against top 5 teams?
Top 5, you're not call it 30 points.
30 points, because 15 at home, 15 away.
Right.
So 30 points against top teams, and against smaller teams, we're talking about how much points that now? They had a 15. Do the maths and come?
Yeah, man, but as I say, you don't understand what I say, Orville. But all right, so I'm going to go to the real point there when we come about today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What you say make Pep a goat, my boss? Is it his system or is it his achievement?
Why are you so obsessed with Pep not being the goat? I don't understand.
Okay. Let me just ask you a question, Zidane, man. Just answer the question.
Both.
You had a witness today,
Both,
man.
my boss. Both?
Yeah,
system and achieve. What he has achieved with the system.
All right. So what has his system done?
What do you mean?
What has his system done? Because I think you made a point the other day that because of his system, Ireland is going to be an alien player. He's going to score fast because of the system.
In terms of creating openings, my boss, he's the best ever.
So you are saying that as a manager, he get the best out of his players then?
Any player I'm getting, I'll get the best out of them. Even if you go for me, me will create a lot in my system. That's how good he is.
So you want me show you say Klopp is better at that?
Go on.
All right. You remember a player named Emir Can?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that player now?
He was it last time. I checked. He was in Juventus. Which part him now? Back in Germany.
It was another dark man.
Okay.
All right. And when you get another player, Gini Wijnaldum.
Mm.
He was a spectacular player at Liverpool, don't it?
Yes.
And he could even sip PSG team. Klopp did that, and Klopp system.
Okay.
We got even further. We got to a player named Divock Origi. You know that name?
Yes.
Is that player look like he know right foot and left foot?
No man, a good footballer man. He plays for Belgium.
He plays for Belgium over who?
He has played in the World Cup for Belgium. Belgium is
over who?
Hold on, my boss.
Off of the bench, my boss.
Wanna stop to lie to the public, my boss. The man play for big international team Belgium. Stop one like he's a Jamaican footballer. And Klopp use.
A Lukaku started a Belgium side.
I'm saying to
Divock
you,
Origi is a bench
Origi is good enough to make one of the best teams in the world in the last 8 years, my boss. So he's not a man who don't understand him left foot from him right foot. He has, my boss, when he has Origi. You're not being fair.
Is Origi any
you know Fabian Delph? You know Fabian Delph, I can't call names to you.
Yes.
You know Fabian Delph?
Yeah, man.
You know when the record was broken for 100 points, I ended up playing left back for City.
Yeah, man, he was playing left back for City.
Okay, you know him left foot from him right foot since you're going by your thing?
Of course. Fabian Delph is
Fabian Delph a big baller.
I never a big baller, decent player.
Okay. You know Pedro will come at Chelsea? You see what when Pedro
star long time from Barcelona.
Pedro is no star, my boss. When Pedro left Barcelona, Pedro look ordinary on the football field at Chelsea.
But as a master,
and when I play for Pep, him look special.
I can tell you this. You see Klopp get the best out of his players, them all when them no good. That's why earlier in the season, I could have told you that, listen, I was worried about Liverpool because them never look motivated. And that is Klopp's strong point.
It's motivated and not motivated now.
Come again.
It's not motivated and motivated. Anyways, your side on 8, my boss, and I manager for it.
No, man, they are 7th, man.
Oh, you're going for 7? Yeah, man, celebrate your 7th place, my boss.
I'm heading up there, but no worry yourself, man. We're going to take up this Monday again, my boss.
Big up yourself, Omar.
Yeah, man, cool.
We take the break, Nick. After I will take the other. Take the break.
Yeah, we'll take the break.
We're coming back.
All right, we're back and we understand correction is up. Correction.
Yeah, man.
Well, what's up?
Man.
Good afternoon.
Before I get into it, I want to ask a little question. That thing just kind of run past me, man. I want to ask it. Oh, either here I see, and I was trying to the football goal.
Which one? Anyone you sell?
I have to say I had a football guru there, you know why?
No.
When Just Bet come on, you me here like the ad man on that.
Oh well, I don't know if that has nothing to do with guru on this though.
Then I was the guru that I consult Reggie.
No, there were some other reasons for that.
Okay, alright. Moving on. No, so we have to give it on to Lick, yeah? Anyway, man,
you mean try, yes.
No, man, every day you know, I'm lick out the dentures, them, you know, don't misbehave now, you know. Anyway, Orville.
Yes.
There's a thing, basketball. But local. I don't know if you hear about the incident. I think there are two schools in a basketball match that had one of the coach was ejected, and because of some altercation with one of the referees.
No, when was this?
Very recently. I think just over.
It's a schoolboy basketball.
Yes, man.
Okay.
Right, and after being ejected, he took it a bit further, and there was actually an altercation with himself and the referee.
You mean like a physical fight between the two?
Yes, boss. So I wonder what the powers that be is being about that, because we can't have things like that, especially coming from someone who holds such a position as a coach. You understand, displaying that to the children in the society that we are in Jamaica here in terms of violence. You understand, and the well documented incidents that we are now having in our high school. So a person holding such a position, you understand? We can't afford that, boss. So the powers that be need to come down hard on this one and let it slide. Nip it in the bud. You understand? Especially in basketball, this is dear to me. I don't want anything like that to be,
All right, I'm going to see if I get some more news to me this one though. But
yeah, man.
If what you're saying is true, then
yeah,
you
man.
can't condone them kind of thing.
Very sad. After being ejected for his behavior, he took it further. You understand? So the powers that be really need to come down hard on this one.
Because see how it work out, or turn out. I'm going to be keeping my ears on the ground.
Yeah, man. Cool. All right. Man. Oh, no. Zidane, you have been watching the preseason basketball?
Some of it, yes.
Some of it?
Yes.
Now, based on the teams that you have seen thus far.
Oh, by the way, I watched the game last night with Grizzlies and Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many people would have probably said it before, but this youth named Jamaran is probably going to be the next superstar.
Thing, man.
Yeah.
The next big thing. Bad like the man, bad like what?
Yeah.
You hear me say the man is Jordan-like.
I was watching him last night.
I've been saying it, but
and I usually don't watch a lot of regular season basketball.
Regular season, yeah, man. This
man
man
is have a thing.
Yeah, well, hear
the thing why him going, he's not going to be the next superstar now. As good as he is, he can't shoot.
Him can't do what?
Can't shoot. That's when come playoffs time against elite opponents, he has to be able to get the ball, make shots from outside. He's not powerful enough to just bulldoze his way through. So while he's very athletic and he attacks the rim very well, come playoffs time, that's going to be a little bit more difficult to do.
You have to leave that to the specialists like me who can look and identify the next big thing. You hear Zidane? You're not reach the side.
Let me ask you a question. Who is ahead of who? You think he's ahead of the gentleman from Dallas?
Who?
I mean who?
The Dallas Mavericks about?
Yes.
I mean,
it's not close side of my boss.
Remember, so Jamar came in the NBA after this.
So he will have to surpass someone that is way ahead of him right now, my boss, in the pecking order as a point guard.
I'm gonna say Jamar, mark my word, will be one of the next.
No, he's going to be. He's already a star, because he emerged last year. But I'm saying, it's gonna be difficult for him to get to that next level without being able to shoot.
No, man, he's coming, man. He's coming.
All right.
Trust me. Don't mark him down for what you see now. But just if you have an eagle's eye and a knack for talent, Jamar is going to be right up here with the best of them.
All right.
Yeah?
Yes.
So, what the question I want to ask you, based on what you have seen in the preseason, push out your head. Who you have? From now, we want the man who say them a basketball specialist enough to come talking. Now, you come pick the side in the players and all these things.
Giannis team, you go with early.
Giannis team?
Yes.
All right. Fraud star. We want to hear from your fraud star. You understand? Push out on the head and make we hear from the basketball.
And this is barring injuries now, because that is the thing in recent years. So many stars are getting injured. It's disrupting the thing.
So what do you think about the Nets, Zidane?
Well, mentally, I don't know where the next players are. I don't know, boss. Kevin wanted to leave. Kyrie's not getting the extension. I don't think their mind are going.
Yeah, but based on, I'm just
talent wise, you don't want to think that they could be in the mix, top 4 in the East. But mental wise, I don't know where they will be at. So I'm not sure.
Okay, and then another team you ought to look out for is Zion's team. If Zion can stay they will be making some noise. You understand?
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. So look out for that young core of Rough Riders over there.
I agree with you.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Man. Oh.
All right. Good correction.
All right. I just want, you know the correction?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There.
No, I just look on Jamaran thing, Rookie of the Year 2020.
Yeah.
Most improved player.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
So make we say him
the man is fit. Let me tell you something about Jordan-like players.
Well, boy, I mean, why you
start
goose with him already.
Well, man, hear me answer this. So the Jordan people, they first have to have the mentality. That is what Kobe Bryant showed first before.
Well, maybe that is one of the things I liked about him. Yeah,
this man who is the man fearless.
Yeah.
You understand? And he is up to anybody who put on the challenge.
Me like his mentality. Clearly he has talent, but
with that mentality,
I think he might have like an X factor there as well.
Talent is something that will progress over time, you know.
So what he lacks, you're saying that he may get.
Right.
My question. All
right.
Cool. Doc.
Dr. Watson.
Wagwan, Doc.
Yeah.
Mm.
But the bowling of Myers to open the bowling, I just look at it away. Because when you look at that team, that's a decision that you would expect from a team trying to squeeze through one or two overs before a team gets going. But when you look at the number of bowlers we have in that team, we don't need to be doing that. We have 5 bowlers who are better than both Myers and Powell. Because we have Hussein, Joseph, Mackay, Smith, and Holder.
Yes.
So we don't need to be trying to squeeze through any overs.
Man has 1 wicket in his T20 career, and that wicket was Pat Cummins, who is the Australia tailor.
But the fact is that we have five better bowlers than him. In both teams. If you want to try and squeeze through a 2 over, let's say Smith is a little way out. You might could give Smith a over to.
But Dr. Orville, and I was making a point to Alric yesterday. Who is opening the bowling? Wouldn't you make that decision collectively? Why would the coach?
I think he's the coach.
Why would the coach be overseeing? He's the man in charge of the technical things. Why you be allowing tell the captain to go out and work with Myers?
I don't get it now.
No, me agree with you 100.
I agree with you where that is concerned.
But 100% now that Phil Simmons must pack up him things for the white ball and go, my boss, man.
You see, the problem is that if someone might not ever have been in a cricket changing room, they would not be aware that most of especially for the first 2 bowlers, those decisions are made before you go on the field.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And they are generally made in concert with the captain and things like that. And
yes.
the players are a part of that decision generally. Yeah. Our captain team and I know that's what happened.
Especially the senior players.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
But why?
Is that I can't understand the thought process that would lead to them bowling.
No, they feel that he can swing the ball probably better than anybody else. You know? He leaves the right hander.
Unless they're planning a job for Smith.
No, man.
So I don't know if the agent might still be in the changing room.
No, man. We get serious now, man. The truth.
I'm serious because I can't see the logic behind that being done.
I'm telling you what the logic is. They feel, and it is true, that he leaves the right hander better than all of the bowlers that they have. Which is true. But he leaves the right hander better than the others in Test cricket when people are prepared to wait him out.
Yes.
Because in Test cricket, them ball you go and shoulder arm and play forward and him lick your edge. When people are coming at you,
it's a different
thing, and that is what they're not getting.
That's what I was going to say, because generally in T20 you don't give the people room to lend their hands. Why do you try to tuck them up with the ball and the ball?
But here's the other thing. Because in Test cricket you have 2 or 3 slips. When he leaves the right hander, because people more defensive, a lot of his wickets in Test cricket are people caught behind or caught second or third slipping. When you don't have no slip, well, you might have 1 slip in the T20 game, and people are coming. When people coming at you, it's a different mindset than when people just trying to play safe. I think that experiment have been done by tonight. There you go. But you never know. He might open the bowling today and grab 4. But up to this point, I see the logic there.
The bowling today again is a mistake. Even if he grabs 4.
I don't see the logic behind it, but let us see how it goes.
I don't have a problem with them trying with the spinner with Hussein, because I think Hussein has bowled well enough over the last number of games that he has played that he has earned the right to be used anywhere in the bowling order.
No, I don't have a problem
with him. No. I can see you opening with a very fast bowler and a spinner, because sometimes that affects the rhythm of the batsman.
No, ma'am, if you're going to tell me that the pitch has something in it, you can't open with Kyle Myers. When Alzari is by far your most consistent bowler. But
Mackay bowls with some pace as well.
If you have to ask yourself as a captain, who does the opposing batsman would least want to face? And if I as a batsman now and say Kyle Myers and I say Alzari in current form, give me Kyle Myers. Which is why you can't bowl, Kyle, man.
Give me a little lollipop too. As I open now, I want a little man who just come up from turnover, man. You know what the man who
you have to open with the bowler where you think the opposition would least want to see. And Alzar is the man at the moment. I don't get it, but it's not the first thing I wouldn't get.
All right, Doc. Big up.
At least you coincide with the experts this time around.
You see the man have 3 men behind square and don't know as the keeper and the captain. He might lose it, man. But we take a break. We'll go back.
All right.
Big up yourself, Dave Gale, man.
Yes, indeed.
People don't know Dave Gale. I hope him can't. Big up Dave Gale. All right, we move on to racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, racing.
Afternoon,
sir.
Yeah. You notice you not mention about the singles this time. You dunk on the captain and them win. Or the singles work out.
We have a problem with singles. We had a 52%.
Why you not mention it? Because we can lose, you mention it.
We had a
mention this time. You dunk on the captain.
No, man, we always have a problem with singles. But so
yeah, but when
so you want me to mention
about it? Can win same way talk? Can me notice you not mention Natalia's dunk on the captain and the captain losing it and all them thing there. Big him up. Once a time, the man young and just come to the business, you know.
Oh.
You see other senior players we have players outside the circle and then get no ball too.
Yeah, but
just give the man a chance, man.
Give him a chance.
Yeah, man. And even the same little youth, admire.
He has played.
So harsh on the little youth, man.
I am being harsh.
Yeah, man. Tell me something. You find out in personal reason what them was.
No.
So you don't find the man in our West Indies cricket at heart and all.
He was playing cricket in Guyana.
Yeah, but you still don't know what the personal reason is.
The fact that I don't know is he should make me know.
Yeah. But them statement they have.
No man, but in this case, man, he has had enough time to come out and say this is exactly why. And he hasn't, so clearly.
He's playing cricket in Guyana, you know. And as for Puran's last 10 innings in T20 internationals, he's averaging 10. He's struggling as a batsman.
Yeah, but he admit it and post
and him struggling as a captain. Interview. It's not like we have pressure him. That does the fact.
Yeah, but as you can see, I would him elevate to the position last year.
Yeah.
This year. Yeah. Zidane.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed I did well call still, but from the Champions League time there, you had Dung and Clough. And when he beat one of your side here Sunday.
He beat one of my side?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing you have to say, thank Liverpool for because we got 4 points ahead.
Yeah, man, they were not thankful for the 4-point lead now.
So all them other things they usually mention about Clough. Them gone to the win as well.
No, man. No, sir. Clough spent 4 billion pounds, my boss. 400 much odd pounds, my boss, and I'm struggling at 8th position. I can't give him a pass.
All right. You notice me start here about the call of the year, call about the program. Yeah, you apologize, Orville.
Who is that?
On the birthday, actually.
Who?
The call of the year, last year.
Pioneer?
Yeah.
No, man, Pioneer never had nothing to apologize for.
Eh?
No, Pioneer never had nothing to apologize for.
No, not him, say you.
Me apologize? To who and for what?
Because him say they stop call the program and then him start call it back. So I don't know.
So where does apology, where you bring in the apology analogy? I'm not sure I follow that.
Well, I don't know because if you can say something wrong, so him say was going to stop calling. Well, anyway, him start call it back. That kind of good.
Make we leave it right or something.
Yeah. And you must learn to take the good with the bad still, because a lot of people may call and agree with you. So who call and take you and just accept it.
No, but they don't accept that. That is what they do. That is the problem, you know.
Me like the little intensity in the call.
Yeah, no. Like you don't get what my problem is, you know. If a man says, my duty is to call you and take you on every day, that mean the part. Then you can't have no. You can't have no problem with. Me would have less problem with a man like that, you know. But when a man makes it appear that it's only mere coincidence that 15th time I call and the 15th time me disagree with you, he is the man I have a problem with. But if a man come out and say, I don't agree with nothing at all what you said, my duty is to call and take you.
They have a right to come and say, don't people call us commandos agree with everything.
No. You missed the point that I just made again. You understand the point that I said?
The cry.
Tell me what me just said. Look a while. Whether you agree with what I say or not, but I don't think you were listening to the point.
You like it's every time the person calls.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Because you have to listen to. Even if you don't agree with me, you have to at least understand where I'm coming from. I'm saying, listen keenly now. A man who calls and takes me on every day, really and truly, me not have much problems, If sometimes if him not make a sense, or the problems them ramble, then you might get frustrated at his level of reasoning. My problem is when they pretend that is not what they are there to do. You understand the difference? If a man say me call you and for take you on every day because that me want to do, then you swallow the dose. But when they deny it and said no, it's just a mere coincidence, that is the problem I have.
But in statement they were making saying like man and man gang up and plot to come and say them a come take you on. Them think they know you call for still.
Well, me personally genuinely believe that.
Man and man couldn't plot and say we are come agree with him. That's possible though.
No, you're not
anyway,
gang up.
Just leave us alone. Them kind of childish. Let's cut off. You understand?
All right.
Man call, man make them comment and them some the Jadco thing. It's for Jamaican athletes only are Caribbean.
Jadco is Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, so it's a Jamaica thing. That's what Jadco means. That's the acronym. Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Okay, so like the other islands, them cricketers don't subject to them.
No man, every island have for them own anti-doping association. Jadco is a Jamaican body, so they test Jamaican.
So like in Trinidad, them hunt down them and go.
The Trinidad people responsible for the Trinidad people.
So all them players, them have a union or something. What them agree on something like that?
Something like what?
People can come at the home anytime, come take tests.
Well, I mean, I think them agree. But what you say that they should form a union and decide
right.
to we now work with them.
I'll look a reference to racing. You see, it's after the horse run, they test the horse, They're not going to stable 2 weeks before and test the horse. You get to understand me, I say?
Mm-hmm.
So why not wait until after the athlete perform, then they test the athlete?
Because a lot of the reasons why athletes use drugs is pre-season, is before the race. Them take the drugs in order to train better. So the drugs, for the most part, gets them to go through their routines long before competition time.
Right. Yes.
So let us say them have a program for run 10 laps, do 15 days on the beach, do how much 100 squats and how much things in the gym. The drugs help them to go through that, right. So that come competition day they do well. So you have to nip them in at the bottom.
Yes, that leading up to the competition, but on the day the drugs might wear out. That's all.
Yeah, but you would have still benefited from the drug leading up to the competition.
No, but at the time, at the performance, that really matters. At the time leading up.
No, man. But if you believe that that drugs has helped this man to train better, because if me take drugs right now, it not help me, but it helps me to train.
Yeah, all right.
And then they are concluding that your performance was enhanced by what you take. It's not just on the day itself.
Look at that.
Somehow we believe them for just free up drugs, but that's another argument entirely.
All right, look on that Urgla. Urgla can, all right, say if they take drugs pre-training, then and something.
Yeah.
And come as and run and in fail on the first hurdle.
Yeah, but racing, drugs help you with your background work.
Yeah.
So those people who are against drugs, it's not just what it makes you do. And unlike you wake up the morning of champs or the morning of the national trials, swallow some pill, the man in there, and you run 10-5. And that's not how it works. Them start training from November of the previous year for the summer or the April or May when the season starts. And the drugs would have helped them to get through them difficult days of training. It's not like them swallow a pill 5 o'clock the morning and the thing, and it helps.
Yeah. Similar thing with the horses, them start training to the big race a month or two before.
Well, maybe
and then don't test them.
Well, they don't. Well, that's a different argument. You may have a point. That's all.
I want to talk 1 minute after I break.
No man, you've been at it for a while.
Them say you've been at it for a while.
Okay, all right.
Tomorrow.
Big up on yourself.
Yeah, man, big up.
All right.
We'll take a break. We're coming back.
All right, so we're back here now online. We have Evangelist. Evangelist?
This is not Evangelist.
Oh, this is Highgate.
Total opposite. Total from one end of the spectrum to the extreme end. What a mistake.
Well, I get you're right. It's two different sides. One is the man of the cloth, and I don't even know if you probably talk to cloth, but I can leave it.
Me naked. All right. Box food. Me a box food call. One big up box food, because now what time me there my daughter look a birthday party and box food shot me and send the boat and we link up. I want to tell you that box food supposed to about 30-year-old I mean. I say box food look 30 years younger than me, brother. You know way man do.
Makes exercise a lot, man.
Yeah man, you look like in shape, man.
Yeah man.
Anyway, in that about style.
Yeah.
For me, when it comes to coaches, it's been a care about style. My big fan results. Like, for example, Pep, according to everybody else, have a superior style of plays in. He managed to get 100 points. Klopp with the inferior style got 99. So, as a result, we focus on style matter to me. Next example, Pep struggling at the past quarterfinals at Champions League with a superior style, while Thomas Tuchel, their Champions League final at PSG, get fired, take a plane, come at Chelsea within 2 months and reach for the next Champions League final with the inferior style. So, we focus on the results. Next, I mean, shipping port, in kind of struggle-ish because I'm say Pep can be greatest because Klopp better than him. In every sport, you have man greater than man, you know.
Yes.
But if you ask the question, if it's same man greater than him, better than him, you hear no. Like, for example, if I do any form of survey, any amount of people, ask them if Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback. 9 out of 10 people will tell you yes. But if you run back the same survey and say, if you're my best quarterback, no, you hear Rodgers' name over him, Montana name, and a couple of them as well. So you can be greater but not better. See? You have to know what
Pep is both better and greater than Klopp, and it's not close either.
No, you're not better to me. I have Klopp over him.
No, I'm going to tell you as the expert, you know. I know your views already. But it's one of the people.
I know your views already.
It's one of the people that say the authority and football on the program.
And me, I say, Klopp better than him. But in greater.
I may say think Zidane better than the two of them too.
Hey,
well,
you don't remember when the Zidane argument that came up and I'll know Zidane can't get a work, Orville. From the time.
Zidane didn't say that.
No, to me, a friend's working my weight, man.
Me not think I become can't get work.
No, a friend's have my weight, man.
Me just feel say, while we are talking about if the Champions League is the best league in a football, and that's how we really judge people. Then a man will win the thing 3 times straight. Just start coach and just win it.
No, wait a minute, I counter that.
How few name can I mention?
No, you don't have to counter them. Find an argument. What I'm saying, why we're not hearing Zidane name in any conversation for any of the top jobs?
Maybe because
he don't want to work, man.
Who if you don't want to work?
He might wait for the France work.
So you say Zidane and can get $5 million a year and I want it?
Me think him can get work if he want.
He might wait for the France
work. No,
matter
about the top jobs.
But him no want the small jobs either, clearly. But it's not like him a coach anyway.
You see Pep should resign from City tomorrow, Orville. You see the next big job come, you're going to hear Pep significantly in the conversation.
Yeah, but the fact is Zidane not coaching anywhere at all. It's clear that man is not hungry.
A France working with man. But
I not buy that. I think the big clubs are interested. I don't think they believe Zidane is all.
But even if they don't, a man who coach a 4-year coach for R5.
Longer than that.
Don't a Real Madrid?
Yeah, man. Maybe about 6-7 years.
I'll find him thing.
Move on.
But go on. But me know say.
But no. But
me don't know why his name is not being mentioned. Anyway, go on.
No, but before we move on, one quick thing. With the nonsense of Zidane just talk. Me hear big clubs I look for Poch. Who is Poch compared to Zidane really?
I think he's a better.
Nice. A bit top nice.
Allow me ask me a question.
I can move. I can move.
Make my point. Even point.
When beat me.
We think Poch is a better coach than Zidane. Me not buy the Champions League 3 argument.
All right. The Pep criticism, to me, unfair. I may have 2 points. First of all, is it? Them oftentimes criticize him because I'm saying God the biggest club them. I'm going to counter that with 2 points. With 1 point, actually. First point. I have a second point, but the first point is that when you look at other managers, you have other managers who have big team and they never successful. You have other managers with big team and while they're successful, it never lasts as long as Pep. You have other managers who have success, but Pep dominate things, they never do. Like, for example, I'm going to say if another coach come on City right now, they're going to win the league. True, but may I ask the person the question now. Pep win the league 4 times out of the last 5.
Yes.
The manager what them a call, that's guaranteed, you know. He can probably win on 1 or 2 out of 5. But to me,
no, the bigger question though, Highgate, is this. So the big superstar clubs who can get any manager, they all want Pep. What Pep should do to prove to some people that he's a tactical, because him coach them call them armchair teams. He's not a tactical genius. So what Pep should do to prove to those people that he's a tactical genius? Resign and go coach Brighton? It is not a good point, my boss. You have to look within the team and see what some of the adjustments that is made during games. People will move from one position to the next and they do well. Raheem Sterling, who is not all that great, scored a bunch of goals and look awesome in City system and all that. They have to look at these things to say the man is a big coach.
I have one more point. Before I go to it, I'll answer you. If we are going to want Pep to go at Everton to do well, to prove himself, then before Ronaldo and Messi retire and Zidane, we should have all jump up and say we need to make them go down at Burnley. And now
you cannot Pele too.
And Pele.
Because it is true enough that the better your teammates are, the more goals you as a striker will score.
We should have the same emphasis on players to go down.
Excellent. The reason why Haaland is doing so well. The counter to that is no. Haaland have big football a long time. Yes, when they lost to Liverpool on Sunday and Liverpool and City don't score, it's Pep, the people them are beating and now say, Haaland don't score. Right. And them a big ball a long time.
Me think Pep clearly is one of the best way in the world. But my thing is, why is it a name now called? I'm very serious about it. Why a man Pep is struggling to win the Champions League since him left Barcelona? Well, he hasn't won it at all since him left Barcelona. Real Madrid, who are a man that take over the team, who don't have no whole heap of coaching experience, and just decide, say, all right, here what, the Champions League going to say, and just win it 3 times. And yet, when we are talking about big coach, for that money and him now mention, I don't get it. None at all.
It's true, him not really called.
Anyway.
All right, Highgate.
No, man, Michael Williams. Big up yourself.
Big up.
Evangelist now. Hello.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Evangelist. All right,
let me apologize. I don't know if I was on here a while ago. So in the midst of picking up some school children, I got distracted. I didn't realize what I was on. Sorry about that. Our question. A prophet came on yesterday, so I must commend this because he spoke to Azari Joseph, getting an opportunity to start the bowling. And he came on and he did the job. Second best bowling figures.
Hey, you know what was special about Alzari's performance?
Yes.
Alzari got 4 wickets. You know how those 4 wickets came?
Yes.
4 clean bowls. That tells you that this man is bowling fast.
Yes.
That this man is bowling accurately. Yes. And some of them wickets they will get bowled is after some serious bumper, you know. Have man a back up and then woof, black hole, Yorker.
That's setting them up.
A lot of them are. He's come of age, man.
Yeah.
And you have Kyle Myers who open the ball in and the man they don't a fine leg or don't a long leg.
There you go. When they interview them afterwards, he described how he set them up. So it's not just coincidence. They say him just get them a few, and then just goal the Yorker.
You want to start the game with the best advantage that you can get.
Of course.
So if Alzari are the man, Kyle Myers don't got no wicket in international cricket. I don't get it in a T20.
It's one of the strangest things I've ever seen, my boss.
The man don't have no wicket in a T20 international and for about 5-6 games now I'm out the ball.
Just like that.
And it's not like Imogi want 2 or 3 cheap over. I go for 6 or 7 and I say, boy, he's going at 10 and over his career. What is the point? I don't get it.
Well,
I really don't understand.
I like what they did and it paid off. Secondly, a caller came on yesterday and he was addressing greatest manager in football. And the name, at the risk of sounding contradictory, let me state my position. I'm defending a statistical position. I'm not defending Manchester United. So I hear man tomorrow and say, oh, Evangelist does not support Man United, but him a call for Alex name. I'm defending something that don't make any sense. I'm being very objective based on a statement that was made, right? The person said, Sir Alex Ferguson can't come in the conversation. I mean, I said to him, I said to myself, I want to let this man realize him the blasphemy in a football shirt.
So somebody said that yesterday?
Yeah, man, in a conversation, we're talking about Pep and great managers, and you mentioned Sir Alex Ferguson. I said, no, man, they can't talk about him in a conversation. I mean, I said, is it like he's saying he's not among the greatest?
Because that's one point they compared.
Hold on,
Evangelist. We'll come back after the break.
All right, welcome back. Back with you, Evangelist.
Yes, it's a good thing I have unlimited talk time because I would have really run out of credit. I heard the conversation and the gentleman mentioned that Sir Alex Ferguson are really not the conversation. I don't know if it is in the context of it's not relevant to what is being discussed or he doesn't rate him as the greatest of all time. Because I remember 2-3 years ago, or a couple years ago, when they were going and doing the accolades towards him, and they said they went across, I think, 4 different sports, and when they put all the trophies that the winningest coaches in those things had done, I think they went basketball, which other sports? About 4 other sports. And when they went up to them, they came up to about 20-something. The winningest coaches, you know. Because right now I'm looking at some stats. It's 49 trophies Sir Alex Ferguson has racked up in his career, you know. 49 trophies, including 2 Champions League. So I say, and Pep has 31. And there's another man who nobody ever talk about, was awarded the coach of the decade in 2013. It's called Marcel Lecoscu from Romania, current coach of Dynamo Kyiv. Nobody ever know what them on there. But I will not take away from Pep's greatness. For 31 trophies, I don't know now about something that. I've win a particularly 4 times in 5 years is an achievement within itself. So I'm anti-Liverpool from a long time. I'm not going to hide that. So when the Liverpool people come on now and say, oh, what he might beat his stick, he might clap beat his stick. The point you made yesterday was install cement, block and steel and everything, and security guards stand upon it. You can beat the man every year for the next 10 years. If he might win the league every time.
Yeah, man. You can't talk to me, man.
Because it's not safe to lead Liverpool.
No.
It's safe to win the league.
There you go.
So there's no trophy awarded for beating Manchester.
There's no head-to-head trophy.
There's no head-to-head trophy. I see my Arsenal player, they talked to me a couple years ago, and I tell me about them went undefeated for 2 years. And the man I said to him, he must show off on the about Arsenal, Ray. I say, is there a trophy for being undefeated? I said, brother, quiet yourself and win a trophy. Win the Premier League, Arsenal. That's quiet yourself.
Hold on. Yes, so while I agree with that argument in principle, that you didn't get paid to beat one particular team.
Yes.
I would have preferred to win the league, and one coach have the head-to-head record on me. The question is, why though? Why would Liverpool, why would Klopp have a better head-to-head record against Pep? For me, the why is an interesting question.
Zidane said that yesterday. He says that speaks to the quality of Liverpool. They have the potential.
And maybe Liverpool, maybe Liverpool must be more criticized, or maybe Klopp should be more criticized. For having a team that can beat Pep but can't
so
win
consistently, but struggle to win the league.
So the question is, why has he gotten the better of Pep so often, though? That is what I'd like.
That is a good question, but the bigger question: why you can't be so good against such a juggernaut, but you only have 1 league title for showing 5 years?
Yeah, but
that is the bigger question.
No, but I would love to hear the answer to both questions.
Yeah, but the Liverpool people can answer that question.
Yeah.
Why does Klopp consistently get the better of Pep, even though I think most of us agree that Pep is the better coach?
Answer that one.
I don't know the answer to that.
Let's say Pep can win the Champions League. That's the only one that he hasn't secured as yet. And that is like something, win the World Cup, and that are holding back as the greatest.
Yeah.
Messi. Let's see if he can take that monkey off his back and go one step further.
My best coach in the last 20 years is Zinedine Zidane. He used to play.
I've won the Champions League 3 times. I heard that.
But let me ask
this man's record.
But let me ask you something.
When him coach can match up to anybody's record.
This question.
Let me
ask both of you this. 3 Champions League versus Claudio Ranieri winning with Leicester City. Which is the bigger achievement?
If it was one half, it would be Claudio Ranieri. But
no,
man. Do it 3 times.
Both are achievement, man. So winning 3 in a row. Because one with Real Madrid is not great. So you think 3 in a row is greater than what he did with
I think Claudio Ranieri could be said, boy, just a special season. But to come back and repeat.
No, remember, it's Real Madrid doing it. No, remember, it's Real Madrid doing it with Ronaldo and Cruz.
It don't matter.
No, hold on. It matters, man. Real Madrid, coached by any good coach with the team that they had, can win your one Champions League. So it's not really winning the Champions League we're talking about. It's the fact that he won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
So the 3 in a row is the serious achievement.
I think that's harder for the damn for one.
With Claudia Reina team.
I think that's
man.
But we take the feet close. Even if you want to give Zidane the edge with the 3 in a row, I think the feet it close for discussion. I don't think Claudia Reina in the conversation has been the best.
I remember, they had El Galactico. Remember that super team?
Yeah.
And they did not win anything. So it's not the personal, is what you do with it.
Yeah, I know.
So you can flip it and say, no, Leicester City did not have any name brand. But they played simple football and took their chance. That's all they did, They never do nothing special to say. Is that
I think we like if we see a big side like Real Madrid win 3 in a row again.
Nobody has won 3 in a row. See, I'm like how Leicester was 5,000 to 1 under that. Nobody now win 3 in a row. In our lifetime.
It used to happen though. And Barcelona won 2 in a row, and then dash the other one to make it 3.
I remember, this is not a man who win 3 in a row after him a coach a long time, This is a man who just take over a team and say, we want to send one against the Champions League, and we win this. Beat up Must City, then beat up Must Juventus, then beat up Liverpool. The man just say, and then in just say about 1 more year, 2 more years, and just say, yeah, I'm done with this. Not enough challenges to go. Yeah, man, in the
yeah.
So who to tell if he had stayed?
Him give up the job after him no win no trophy for 1 year.
He came back,
He came back one little team and say, yeah, but they done with it.
Then the side wasn't as good.
Put it this way, even if he's not better than them, man, I don't understand why he is so unrecognized and underrated. You can imagine a man, what we say in a schoolboy football in Jamaica, we rate the usual suspects. And a man does win 3 schoolboy football, what you call it? Not the Manning Cup, the
Champions Cup.
The Olivier Shield, man.
Oh, the Olivier Shield.
Okay.
Just win that 3 times and want coach next year and then so we're done with this. And he wouldn't be in the mix amongst the current coaches.
Him happy in the mix.
He must in the mix, man.
Yeah, man. Zidane name has to be at least the top 10. And I researched the top 10. He's not in the top 10, right?
But I don't get where when you are talking about big coaches.
He's not highly rated.
Yeah, man. And so the Pep is about...
Hey, when the man took over,
he's about 6 in the top 10.
When the man took over, Barcelona had an unbeaten run of something like 39 games,
Yes?
Yeah, and the man just take over and just say, what? Whoa! Record block.
All right.
Just like that. I don't know.
All right.
But we leave it as
all right, Evangelist. Big up yourself.
All right. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, man.
Bless you.
All right, we have now St. Jago. Hello, St. Jago.
Hello.
Yes.
Good day, gentlemen.
Good day.
I love Evangelist got an extended run. Perhaps because he has unlimited credit, or perhaps because he's one of the gospel. So you're actually running right into a break. And, St. Jago will speak for 90 minutes and you take a break. Opposite Evangelist, perhaps, is maybe persecutor, perhaps persecutor. Paul was once a persecutor of Christians and later became an evangelist. Good to hear Highgate linking up with Box Food. I'm sure Box Food has an astute, well-learned man, a lot thing can impart on young Highgate, So glad to hear of their meeting.
Yes.
Zidane, the argument about, and this is without any commitment about Pep and Klopp, but the argument about Pep winning competitions repeatedly and having Klopp as his sort of Achilles heel, losing to Klopp, head-to-head, that might really be arguing. Well, it argues strongly for Klopp because if you have a scientific experiment and the only factor you change is the coach of Liverpool, the only time the man don't perform well is when he meet the coach of Liverpool. That is really saying a lot for the coach of Liverpool, for Klopp.
Yeah, maybe tactically is the best at nullifying what City has to offer.
Yeah, because Pep might really be the best, but him think there.
But I tell you, Pep could argue that, listen, if the league was determined by what I do against Liverpool, then I would make the necessary adjustments when I face Liverpool.
Yeah. All right. 2 quick points. Rollington Town. Like Rollington Town, I'm glad when we got rid of Pollard.
Hold on. Don't wind up another point yet. We're right at the break. We're coming right back.
Okay.
All right. So we're back with you, St. Jago.
Yes, gentlemen. The captaincy of Nicholas Purran, as I said, like Washington Town, I was glad when he got rid of Pollard. I still maintain that that people like Hetmeyer were a little sidelined as a general sweeping out of the Dave Cameron, constituency. Yes, and I think Pollard was parochial, cliquist, and vindictive even. One player at least accused him of being vindictive. One Jamaican facer. Mr. Higgins.
Yes.
You mentioned Porando having 3 players behind square.
Yes.
On the leg side, which is an obvious no ball.
Yes.
But where I come from, yes, the skipper is culpable. But the players, the individual players should be educated so that where I come from, if 3 man is behind square, the man who is furthermost to the umpire, he would know that he have to adjust himself and go in front of the umpire.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So without the captain having to correct that or tell him that, because the captain really might not know what to say.
The captain's job, the captain has set the field,
Yeah, but it's easier for that one player realize that,
No, man, the business as to where you are upon the field, man, is the captain, man.
Yes, man, I agree with that.
We are talking about the setting of the field now,
I agree with that.
The cut and trust of a game, and the captain decides.
These are professional cricketers, and I'm telling you what I learned from 14, 15, that the player himself can adjust himself. If you see you're the third player to the right of the umpire.
So who do you blame more for the fact that 3 men were caught behind square and no ball? The player or the captain?
The leader, right? The leader.
Must the leader get the blame?
At the end of the day, yes, but we can't really,
Me not kill him, but when
you can't relentlessly trust it upon him without appreciating that the player can adjust himself.
Skipper, are you decide where the people upon the field? And there are some other things I may not blame you for, but where the fielders are you may hold responsibility.
Well, my view, I really would have been the best man for the job.
But especially when we're seeing some other changes, some other tactical thing where we not read.
I know a lot.
It's hard to forgive that. Yeah, man.
All right, finally, in less than a minute, Dylan, you made mention of that ISA adjustment to the what they call eligibility rule.
Yes.
Because people are abusing the thing.
Yes, as it relates to the points being given to the team.
Yes, man.
Yes.
When the man them do Dylan, them sit down, wait till you play your matches, wait till the thing reach final round. Them come up and say, oh, this was overage. That was especially overage.
No, it's not really. It's never overage, really, actually.
No. There are various infractions.
Yeah.
But the most popular one is age.
No, man, not in recent years.
Okay. What I know is
it's more the transfer,
man. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, transfer also. Yes. But the owners, yes, the school, where you find the school, make effort to ensure say everything in line, copacetic. If a guy come to the school and provide a fraudulent certificate to the headmaster.
Yes.
Headmaster accept him. The whole squad are going to lose now, when you find say.
Yes.
No, that headmaster never intends to use a overage player now.
No.
If the student present a fraudulent thing to him.
Yes.
So instead of penalizing the man,
and if you are aware, St. Jago, from the opposing school, why would you're not trying to help the situation now?
It's conniving.
Yes, I agree with you, Sam.
It's a try.
Yeah, so you want even though we're going to pursue the case, you're not going to get the points if you wait for longer than 48 hours.
It's a little. So that's what it's a trying to reject. So put a little equity in the thing.
Indeed.
It's like Usain Bolt. We see Nesta Carter take drugs and it prevent Bolt from getting what they call triple. 3 gold medals in 3 Olympics.
Yes.
You know him have 2, 3, and 1, 2. Yes, it's tough. One man and the whole squad to suffer. So it's a similar thing, although it's hard for redress still, because our infraction is an infraction, whether 2 days, 48 hours, or whatever. But we have to applaud.
What I'd love to know is, after 48 hours and Issa is aware, what now does Issa do?
They're saying the disciplinary committee will determine what the punishment is meted out to the
school.
So
they're not at this point sure what the punishment is.
It will be. So they're going to investigate the case. Maybe if they find out that, listen, the school never intentionally tried to cheat,
Yeah.
So they
I think that's the essence.
And I like this way of doing it.
Yeah, it's out
So
of
as you said, the boy tricked the principal and the man parents colluded to get him in the big school. You don't want to really pressure the school for that.
The school. And plus, it's a realize that all of the schools vulnerable to this.
Yes.
Whether KC, JC, or Jago, the man present that thing.
Because me understand that the students in question, they were doing online classes and register with Highgate and all of that while still going to the other school.
This why you see, boy, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Because
it's a tough thing.
If ISA doesn't lay down direct rules that if this happen and this is going to happen, if each case is going to be judged by itself, then people go and balls and then that school get that treatment and then the school over here so get that treatment.
Circumstances are the cases, and with schoolboy football, it's use them head.
No. I understand why ISA has taken the stance for them doing it, but I'm saying it doesn't solve the problems down the road.
No, and problems like that can't be solved, Orville.
You're not well. So
it can't be solved. We just have to.
If we think that this are going to stop the arguments down the road, we have a sad mistake.
Yes.
Because one school commit an infraction and them get one kind of punishment, and the next school get another kind of punishment.
We have to just work with the thing as it go, and do what we can.
Make us see how some of that cases turn.
Okay, cool.
All right, Physio.
Boss.
Yes, Physio.
Yes, sir. Well, go on.
All right, so I'm address Zidane in nonsense points now. Mr. Zidane takes to YouTube, and in certain things say make sense. So according to Zidane, Liverpool man for man is better than Man City, which is laughable.
That's what I said.
Zidane, you said that.
No man, I said there are positions that Liverpool play.
Man for man, it's up on YouTube.
No man, I know what I said on YouTube. I'm saying man for man, there are some positions on the field where you think the Liverpool wins that position. Actually, I said I will give you that over the years. Liverpool, Man City shares it in terms of quality.
Currently at that, boss. You said man for man right now, Liverpool better than Man City. And
when everybody is fit,
Liverpool still.
You all go through it.
We could go through.
Allison, you win Allison.
Right now, man for man, there is absolutely no argument. Salah, Van Dijk, Allison.
No, we'll
everybody else,
so Allison better than Edison.
Yeah, we know that Allison are getting a Brazil team ahead of Edison consistently, and I'm not going to be number one at World Cup. Even though it can be argued, some Man City man or some football fan in general will tell us they're rather Edison.
Edison big still, you know.
But we all know Edison big. The two of them are two big people.
But we'll not go with Allison. I will go with Allison.
Brazil.
What about right back? Right? Kyle Walker better than.
Right, for me, in my system, when we would have played, I start Trent. But then there's going to be an argument.
Oh, there you go. So you're coming right round to me.
That Walker is going to be ahead of him. But for me, and the system that I want to play, I know I want my team to play, as I said, Trent, but me I said,
I actually agree with you, my boss. As an attacking coach.
About Van Dijk, there is no question about Salah. Absolutely no question.
What about left back now? Who's the left back?
Right now, Cancelo is the best left back.
No man, Cancelo now defend well, my boss. He dashed the people in Champions League semi-final last year, and then come with the foolishness this year. Give me Robertson, my boss.
All right then, midfield. Who in a Liverpool midfield makes?
Alright, City beat you in the midfield.
And up front, who up front other than Salah make Liverpool make City make that team? Other than Salah, who else from Liverpool team make that team? Because Phil Foden gets in the team.
So it sounds like it's very close then, you know.
It's not close, but me tell you, it's not close.
No, overall between the teams, it sounds like it's close.
No, it is not that close.
No man, it must be close, my boss.
3 to 4 Liverpool players make that team out of 11.
No man, some of them you can argue, my boss.
We can argue 3 in the midfield are already City, and 2 up front are City, that's 5.
You know when I think Roger on a much bigger footballer than Fabiano. I think Roger far better. Yeah, I think that close as well.
You can argue.
There you go. So I'm saying
in current form, Fabinho is arguably one of Liverpool's worst players.
Well, yeah, he's not playing so well this.
He not play so hot, man.
He play good. He play good against City. He play good against City weekend though.
Yeah, all the players them playing game against City weekend. But that's a one-off. But also now to the next point, I think Orville bring up this thing was somebody to address why Klopp consistently and in a 22 head-to-head Orville, Klopp beat Pep 10 times, lose 9 and draw 3. Right? Now in a knockout fixtures, it is even worse for Pep because Pep rarely ever beat Klopp in a knockout. This is the point where
the one I gave first. The one I gave first is strictly league games.
It's strictly everything, not just league.
Oh, it's
everything.
Give me that again.
So go ahead. Give me that again.
22 games, 10, 9, 3.
And this is across all formats.
All formats.
All competitions.
Right? So according to Zidane, Pep, the point goes for Pep because Klopp is able to beat him, but yet still can't win the league. Common sense that, brother. Pep's squad beat better than Klopp's squad.
No, I don't buy that argument. No. Nice try, man.
You want us to go to the bench?
No, hold on, Physio. Is excuse you're finding for your manager. Hold on, Physio. I'm going to destroy that point, my boss. Is excuse you're finding for your joker manager, my boss. That's where the people in league title. When him joke dash some points when him pass City. Hold on, we're coming back. All right, Physio.
Yeah, man, I'm there.
You realize pretty much this season you can know the City starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
The man
this season Pep has had a very like a 14 or 15 man.
But that's what the champions normally use, 15 players.
No.
You don't need 25 players.
Traditionally, boss man, don't go there. Traditionally,
no, my boss.
Pep has rotated his squad traditionally because he has had 2 to 3 players for every position. Traditionally, you could have never ever tell me what is going to be Man City's 11 because I'm always over.
Me no buy that argument.
You say for me.
Me no buy that argument.
You say for me, the two of them have to lose marks.
No, I get enough.
Because if I know that you are my biggest rival, because City, Pep himself said that Klopp is the man we fear the most. Well, Liverpool is the man we fear the most. Right.
And why am I going to say that?
No. So my argument is, if you are the team that I fear the most, and by extension, you are the manager that I fear the most, you are one man that I'm going to be more prepared for than anybody else.
And then it now gives.
But no. And if you hold on, me make the point. No? So if you are the man that I fear the most, you are your team, then I'm going to be specially preparing for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the man that I fear the most gets the better of me most of the times, then the question is why then? But Klopp himself cannot get away either for the fact that if I can beat Pep so regularly, then why team round so I beat me?
It means you're dropping more points against the smaller teams too often.
I think both coaches have cases to answer, as the court would have said.
Alright, so you want me help you a little then, Orville?
Yes, I would.
So it's not like a runway with the league title every year.
That is exactly the point.
He might lose the league. Klopp will lose the league by 1 point. So again,
how many years did Klopp lose the league by 1 point?
2 times he went very close.
Oh.
He lost the league by 1.2 seasons.
Yeah.
He won 1 season by a landslide.
Okay.
The other 2 seasons, he lose 1 by a landslide, the other one I probably have 8 to 10 points.
So alright. So the season when hold on. So the season when Klopp won by a landslide, City squad never deep.
City squad did deep, but then they have
and Liverpool won by no. Nice try. Klopp must take some licks, my boss.
When it comes to winning the league, you have to look at squad. So when it comes down now to knockout, and the fact that Klopp consistently knock out.
Nothing is wrong with Liverpool squad, my boss. Nothing at all.
Let me finish the point here. The fact that Klopp consistently knock out in a knockout competition, it just now shoot them Zidane point about him able to tactically change and adjust because of one-off situation with Klopp. When he's failed to do so in multiple occasions.
Give me the record again. 22 times they meet across all competitions, all formats.
10-9-3. Again,
so it's only 3 times Pep beat Klopp in.
No, 3 draw result.
So Klopp with. No man.
Very close.
Pep beat him 9 times.
Pep beat him 9.
Yes, 9
and
to
Klopp
10.
beat him 10.
Yes, and the other 3 draw.
No man, the difference is not as wide as me think.
No, but Orville, for us team like City was won 5 times. That is an excellent result against that good team, It might look like it's only 1 apart, but for you to beat them 10 times in the last 5 years, not a normal thing. It's an excellent.
But why does Pep generally struggle to beat them, man? And why does that man, having beaten Pep, struggle to win the things that my Pep win? I think it's 2 good questions.
So Orville, about why Klopp consistently beat Pep, I think the philosophy of Klopp is better suitable to beat Pep.
But don't clearly Pep should have known that. I am saying.
Don't get me wrong with my point, I think I'm just a knock Zidane because he's just so.
No, but if Pep knows that this is if Pep knows that this is how Klopp go and come at it.
And then again to the next point, Pep is just going to play how he plays. And according
some of the time is that catch him, Because initially, because
you shoot yourself in your foot with your bias up.
One year him know the person. No, but I admit that Klopp seems to be able to get the best of Pep. I agree.
Yes. So Klopp, you see even Sunderland.
Yes.
Klopp don't know enough. They want way Pep for playing.
No, Pep tried to adjust. No, Pep tried to change. Pep tried to change.
It's a little deeper. Liverpool this season is 2 to 3 meters back to their goal. Then the place are high again. And you know why is that? Because they realize they can't manage that right now. The pressure them used to have up front with Mane, they don't have that.
I'm going to tell you. You see, if I was the coach of Man City, once it got to 80 minutes and beyond, I'm taking the point at Anfield. And I think the approach from City wasn't to take the point, and that's why they got caught out with that.
But as a juggernaut, why never try to take the point?
No, after 80 minutes, no. I'm playing against a team that usually does well against me, and I'm away from home. After 80 minutes, I'm satisfied with that point. That is a mistake.
All right, between them three, man, give me Zinedine Zidane front and front.
You have to go run for now. You know, Pep realized that being 13 points ahead of Klopp is not a guarantee Pep can still win the league. Because last season he was 13 points ahead.
I'm here challenge this year.
I will have to lead by
no, man, I'm here challenge this year, man. So make him go and pre-Liverpool.
He never go for the 1 point.
Hold on, Amanda send me a thing.
But me have to run.
All right, Physio.
All right, Amanda sent me a thing. Said they have played 26 times. 8 times in Germany.
No, I don't think they're talking about the ones in Germany.
No, but I would add the same to me want the overall stats when they meet one another. If I'm in primary school.
Okay.
So if because it's really Pep against Klopp, no matter which part them coach against one another. They have met 26 times. So in Germany they met 8 times in Germany, right? All right, make we find what the real stats are. All right. Rooney.
We'll go to Uno. Rooney.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Rooney. What's up?
Yeah, we were going to well, I know some kind of agree with Physio all of us. You understand me? Pep always have 2-3 people in for one position. You know? Klopp not have that. You understand?
What do you mean by Pep have 3 people in one position?
The reason why you can predict him lineup nowadays is because himself, Sterling himself, Zinchenko himself, Jesus. You understand me? Also have 3 people at himself in the summer.
No. You're saying usually have 3 people in one position. I'm saying all managers in the Premier League, all the Brighton manager, have 3 people for one position. So I don't understand what you mean.
No.
So you're talking about quality.
All right, wait.
Hold on, so you're talking about quality people.
Yeah, quality.
And I'm saying to you, there's nothing. Boss, I'm saying to you,
quality.
I'm saying to you, you guys are underrating the quality of the Liverpool squad, no boss. That's what you all do.
All right, tell me the people. All right, tell me who could have replaced Salah in a club system.
Who could have replaced Salah?
Yeah, on the bench.
The same person who could have replaced De Bruyne. And wonderful.
Brother, you
never expect the answer there, right? Nobody can replace De Bruyne.
Brother, I reach.
Nobody right now can replace Haaland. So you want people to replace
Salah? So the reality of the situation is, they say, boy, Pep come for win the league, right? It's a Pep come for win the league and him not come for head-to-head with Klopp.
With nobody at all.
With nobody at all.
Yes.
So wouldn't you give marks to Klopp for going to winning in the 5 years, win 1 Champions League, win 1 Premier League, and go to the finals 2 more times?
No, I'm going to be critical. I'm going to be critical because the Champions League.
Pep in the 5 years win 4 titles, 4 Premier League.
You asked me a question that I don't want to answer. I'm saying I'm going to be critical of Klopp because the Champions League is difficult to win. Fergie only won it twice despite dominating the Premier League. Chelsea struggled to win it, even though they were dominating the Premier League, so it's hard to win. Jurgen Klopp won it, went to 2 other finals, and he has beaten the best team in England basically more often than any other team.
So
why is he struggling? Why is he struggling to win the Premier League, my boss? He has failed. He has failed miserably to win the Premier League, and that should be a criticism of him.
So with less,
he has given more. No, sir, I have a big side, my boss. That's why I'm going to Champions League finals and win it. No bad team can go to Champions League finals.
Orville.
Yes.
Ufa side is a bigger side for the Premier League and just overall.
Meeting City, but I think it's that far.
City,
yeah, but
right?
I think it's that far ahead as probably you might.
Far right now far. You just believe that City is a better overall team. but yet still Klopp give you a... You can...
I'm looking at the Premier League now. What them says, where somebody just sent a thing to me, says 9 times Klopp beat Pep in the Premier League against most of 4. Mm-hmm. No, for me, me think Pep.
No, you mean 9. You mean 10, 9, and 3.
Something like that.
That's what Physio say. Well, 10, 9, and 3.
Most of 3 in the Premier League, different from anywhere else. But no man, I know a different. I keep getting different things. But if it's true that Klopp can't, because me think Pep is the better coach, The question is why, because me still think the best me ever see football play is when Pep coach pass.
That's what I use.
The question, I think it's a legitimate question though. If I'm a better coach than you, it's not like you catch me unawares because Pep come out and said, "Them man here and him team are the team I'm fear the most." Then why does this team constantly get the better of you? That is my thing. And having said that though, if you have the ability to beat Pep so often, why you make rounds and rounds and rounds?
I beat you so often.
Beat you
with
so
far
often.
lesser players.
So these two, like I said, these two coaches have questions to ask. We're coming back, Rooney.
Alright, listen to this point, Rooney. I'm going to show you that the squad argument is very weak. So if Liverpool go on a brilliant run now and then lose by 1 point, it's going to be because of what happened to them in the early part of the season where squad fatigue doesn't come into play. So the first game of the season ended 2-2 with Fulham. It was a promoted team. You can't, even with the injuries, Liverpool still had better players than Fulham. Liverpool didn't win the game. The next game was against Crystal Palace. Liverpool, even with the injuries, they have better players than Crystal Palace. The game ended 1-1. Then they went to Old Trafford against United, who got 5 love and 8. How much them get for in them first 3 games? Everybody beat up United. United now at Old Trafford, who lost 4-0 to Brentford at Old Trafford, beat Jurgen Klopp, my boss. So you can't come with this argument about it's a squad issue. There's no squad issue at the early part of the season. He dropped 2 points.
So you finished
against Fulham and Crystal Palace. Then he lost to United, who were struggling. It's him fault, my boss. Don't tell me about squad.
So you finished talking?
Good, sir. Yes.
All right. Good for you. You understand me. Orville.
Yes.
Is it a possibility that because Mane, Salah, Firmino have to be playing every game week in, week out, right? While City can rotate up top in the midfield, you understand me? Could it be that why Liverpool don't win? You understand me? The league.
No, but hold on a Rooney. So when they so hold on a Rooney, man. Hold on, so
bring in this.
No, man. Hold on a Rooney.
And I use this.
But hold on a Rooney. So when them come, hold on, man.
A long time here, hold on a 40 minutes old.
I want to ask. I know you're smart. I don't need to Orville now because it's me you want.
But me ask Orville, is it possible?
But let me answer the question, no?
Me ask Orville.
Oh, you don't want me to answer the question.
Is it possible? Me don't hear your point already because you tell me about this season. This season was just a Liverpool a struggle.
And then
no come in. Oi, Bill, stop it now.
But I'm going to go back to I'm going to go back to the seasons before.
Baba boy,
to suit you. I'm going to go back to the season before. Hold on, Rooney. Hold on, Rooney.
Could play a
Rooney, why them beat when them fatigue them still beat Man City?
No. Don't come to me with that.
I don't understand you.
Do not come to me with that because as worse as Manchester United player, 4 of them get from Brentford, them beat Liverpool though.
No, I'm not talking about this.
And 15 Rooney, versus big team. Do not come to me with that. You know better than that.
No, Rooney, listen. You're not listening. Rooney, you're not listening to the point, Rooney. I'm saying yes, forget about this season because them lose players and Arsenal and Cowford. So I'm saying in the other seasons when them beat up Man City, weren't they fatigued? How them beat City? Because it's the same 38 games they play.
So hold
on, my boss, man.
Example,
so the 16th game you play. Hold on, Rooney, man. You're not being fair. Rooney, you're not being fair.
You are not being fair.
The 16th game you play. Hold on, Rooney, man.
You are not being fair, Zidane, man. You bear all your time for hold on. Hold on and you talk. Don't you say something on me one counter or you say.
No, I want you to. No, but you're not countering.
I'm saying to you, it's not fair. When it come on to rivalry, when it come on to big games, people will turn up.
Oh, so the fatigue out of the question when the big game.
Fatigue now have nothing to do with it. Manchester United get 4 from Brentford. You understand me?
All right.
And being Liverpool.
All right, Rooney. So when they play
Everton have played the worst football them could ever play.
You make the point, man.
With Liverpool.
No, you make the point.
When they come on to
Rooney, you make the point, man, about the rivalry.
It's not about making a point for boss. You understand me?
Rooney, we are reason when I make the nice.
City have more
No, we're
players.
sticking to Liverpool, man, and the rival.
Hold on, say,
Rooney, stop jump.
This our Pep is that. Pepper win. No. At 3 Champions League
difficult to do Rooney on the radio, you know. Rooney.
But you see, hold on. At 3 Champions League finals, man.
Yes, Rooney. No,
win
Rooney, me
League, you know.
don't want to jump from the Premier League yet.
One final Pep, you know. I'm bundling it in my boss. If I win them 2 with Barcelona, him not a one-time go finals after that, you know. Club go out with Liverpool, who is not the greatest club in the world. Him come turn them back in or something. Him do it to Dortmund. You understand me? You see the progression. You see the progression.
All right.
So that is why people say the possibility exists that Klopp is a better coach.
So
than Pep.
Rooney. So
Pep have a wonderful system. You understand?
Yes,
Pep have a beautiful system. Sexy football.
All right.
Start their eye and make it.
I want to go back to
understand
man. You could have talked till a week. I'm going to go back to this ridiculous point that you just made about that you rise to the occasion for the rival. So the fatigue, you're not fatigued when the 16th game of the season.
You're still fatigued.
Allow me to my boss, man. Allow me to my boss, man.
You're still fatigued, my boss.
All right, Rooney.
Rooney. You're still fatigued.
Rooney, allow me to make my point. No,
what you will do is you will turn up on them big game there.
Rooney.
When one lesser team you play, you will drop your thing there. You will drop your guard, my boss. And that is what happened with Liverpool most of the time.
In 5 minutes gone, Asta. Because you know what I'm talking. Rooney, we leave it there. Never make the point because your point was ridiculous. So listen to Rooney's argument. So when them play Man City in the 20th game of the season and beat up Man City, they're not fatigued, you know, because they beat up the best team, you know. When the 21st game come now against Brighton and them draw with Brighton, it's because the squad not deep enough for them fatigue. It is not objective analysis, my boss. It's excuse enough for club. You can't be fresh and up to beat Man City. And then Wednesday when you play Brighton, you're tired. No, come to me with that. Nice try. Sir P.
Orville?
Yeah, man.
Zidane?
Yes, Sir P.
Yeah. Just better at the 2020 competition.
I would think so. Them have the odds for most things.
They must be, early that we can set. Because England can't lose in Orville.
England win the World Cup,
Jesus, Orville. Me say the man them can't lose, man. And that's why we want to ask them, because we not put on that bet. Monday morning, they can't lose.
All right, sir.
Yeah, the next thing now, our good sense prevailed Saturday after the 10th race at Kimberley Park. They go catch up for Orville. And the first in the history, you have Vietas in the Gold Cup, and the slowest one is I am Fred, and him is a leader,
8 horses in the Gold Cup, first in history.
No, I'm not attacking the amount, I mean, the sprinter them, the gate master from the gate, walk not ever going forward.
No. So what you say is going to happen for the first time in history?
The chat they go catch up for a man.
Oh, you mean, you're talking figuratively.
Too much sprinter, Orville. The slowest one, I am Fred, and him no slow coach, he can't lead,
Okay.
When you think about Morgany, Atomica, she's my destiny, she's the one that them say. Runaway Alga and Jordan Rain, race car. Brian needs a guard track because I'm afraid they get the track catcher fire with me. All right, Arvin, if you is a football, is a cricket coach, I played against the West Indies in the 2020. You think your side could lose if you watch the tape of the West Indies top batsmen them?
Your side couldn't lose that, I
a foot outside the half stop with a foot.
No man, them have them DNA, my boss, so them can't hurt you.
Unless the boundary shot, them they go over it for the outside.
In the match we lose is 52 that bad.
Yes, but what
come down in the second game.
Yeah,
so pan them day, man, when they pitch through one thing and them fire the man, them can still beat you up, man.
Regardless, unless the pitch the boundary shot, but if you have long boundary, them could not have them there because what them they go do outside the house, what them they go do? You think them they go cover driver cut?
No man, I tell you say a man who bat like how Ravman Powell bat, or how Johnson Charles bat, or how Nicholas Poran bat, them will have them there. Them go have them there, you know. You play enough cricket. When a man decides to one way him having him or block 2 ball and then 5. Hey, Ravman Powell, like a man for 6 that what they non-striker here. Hussein, hold him head, you know, and I said, something can go so 104 meters, you know, brother. Bishop said, wow.
That's
so me I tell us upon them there, them are going to kill you. Will they have 6 hours? How much matches they need to get to the final and win? Maybe half dozen, 6, 7, 8 games.
What I'm saying,
that's the problem.
What I'm saying, I just brute force. All right, a ball outside, they have stop. Then I cover driver, I cut, you know. I try lick. You see the guy that they walk now out.
Oh, that Johnson Charles?
No, man. The one that walk with Lewis.
Yeah, man. But we know what Lewis is going to do. That me I try to tell you. You think Lewis is going to stand up and say, boy, I mean, a fight out a little difficult. You do that for 2 over and then more fire.
Yes, I will, but I 6 him not going to lick.
You think Lewis a plan for batch through the wall in it?
No.
You think Lewis is going to say, all right, it get difficult, but if me there till over number 13 or number 12, then boy are dead to me. Lewis is saying, after 2, 3 over, me I fire my own.
You understand my point, you know. My point is, right? Them dangerous.
Then that me tell you.
All right, like Lewis. You see the ball.
No, man, you said there is no ball where you can bowl to Lewis for pan him there and can't last. So nobody say bowl out, you saw Rooney, you saw pan.
All right. So
pan him there, we say him can't bat spin, and Mr. Lewis beat up the Indian them pan there.
What I'm saying, pan him there, right. But you not lick 4 in a pan him there, no. At 6 them are going to lick it.
Them are lick both of them, man. Listen, man, West Indies are one side. Enjoy them and them good, but no lose no sleep and them bad.
I would not like them lick more 4 more than 6.
All right.
And if they lick more 4 than 6.
You know Ravman Power will lick more 6 more 4 this year in the T20 cricket. That's right. So me I tell you, and by your day, no matter how good you is, a man who can lick with your ball, you know.
Hey, but I just thought about that 6 there.
But does he have another way of scoring relatively quickly, risk-free? Yesterday the match we got on the other day, the 150. At one stage, I was so proud of the West Indies. Everybody, every ball, we were trying to score. Maybe because we were desperate. I've made a point to people, you know. Yes, when it come down to the final over, like final over, you call it over there, the super over. Like when the game tie, and you have the super over.
Yeah.
To get the point that I've been trying to make to some cricket nincompoops. You see, when I 1 over to bowl to you, know that ball now play, you know. You see, if you can't lick a ball for 6 in that 1 over, super over, the West Indies man will get a single. Him now going to just block the ball, you know. That is the method. If them can understand that is how you have to be in a 1 over context. You see, if it's the last over of the game, them now going to have no block ball.
But I will show you something.
So if you can understand the philosophy in 1 over, then just adapt that same philosophy over 20 over.
I will. Who have the record for super over as a batsman?
I don't know. Who?
You forgot
it's Krabs?
No right ball and no ball to him. Over, a maiden.
Well, I don't remember.
Yeah, man. No right ball, a maiden to Paran, man.
In the CPL?
In a super over.
In a super over and bowler, I mean,
yes, man.
You sure it's a super over?
I think
no, man, it wouldn't be a super over. You can't bowl maiden in a super over.
I will check it out.
Me have to know, man.
Our super,
me no remember, but
well, check it out.
After bat, me that say, boy,
check it out.
Me can't believe it.
Go around about those, Narayan.
I don't make no runs in a super over.
Check it out.
Anybody remember that on the text?
Check
I
it, yeah.
Our car. Big up, Miss Aki.
I will take the break. Yeah, man, I've seen some places where this thing happened.
Yeah, that me I said, the man, them said, somebody just sent and said, Narayan did bowl a maiden super over to thing. No, I tell you. Well, this is how I tell you. The man upon them day, on another day poor and probably could lick him for 25. It is how it is. So Mr. P, you sound like you did right. Oh, Baggio. Yes, sir.
Dylan.
Yes, Baggio, agree.
What you say, I go on Easter now. I think about 2 weeks ago or so, you into that at it. Saying that school,
it's saying they will no longer award points to the opposing team if they don't protest the ineligible player within 48 hours.
So if I used to hear say a player,
no man, they would investigate to find out if he's ineligible or not.
Well, so no, yeah, right. So what I'm saying to you now is that if I used to hear say a school you was a overage player.
Not overage, not necessarily overage.
Not whatever.
Ineligible.
And then ineligible, and then investigate it, and then do something about it.
Yes.
But you say no. They are leaving it up to the school to do it.
No. The disciplinary committee will meet and determine the sanction. But you won't.
No, man, not the sanction. They are leaving it up to the school to tell
But
them.
we had this discussion already in the last year, my boss. When the situation happened with Camperdown, you remember we had it for 2-3 days with you. When you were saying that, Issa must leave it up to the schools to determine if the player is ineligible or not. And with 20 years, so you have 120 at schoolboy football team. It's hard for Issa find out if all of them eligible according to Issa rules.
Okay, so what am I saying now?
That's a reminder, so we had a discussion already.
Yeah, but may I ask you, what am I saying?
Go on, continue.
Okay, thank you, sir. Right. So I'm saying no. It's change the stand now and say the school have to report it within 24 hours.
Schools has always reported it, But Issa is saying if you don't do it within 48 hours, we're not going to award you the points.
Within 48 hours.
Yes.
So what if our next school report it?
Within the 48 hours?
Yeah.
Then them go and investigate and the team go and lose the points.
So all right. Chase your player Jordan.
Yes.
And Camperdown go make the protest about KC use a player that is not supposed to use.
Within the 48 hours?
Yeah.
Then if Issa investigates, having received the complaint from the school.
No man, the question is that if Camperdown who have nothing to do with it.
Yes, it's a school, my boss. So if he used to attend Camperdown and did no work at all and have no grades or anything, and him no playing for KC.
Camperdown report it
and give Issa the information and Issa investigate. Do the team go and lose the points?
The team go and lose the points.
Yes.
Okay. So why Issa put that time on it?
Because they don't want what happened last year to happen again. Where me and our next group Baggio. So you are the coach of Edith Dalton James. You mash up your group and come third.
Yeah.
You are now one of the best third place.
Right.
So another group now of a school who get 5 love in them first game. The man ineligible play 1 minute of the game. Them realize now what end say, so if we get them 3 points there, we can be the best, one of the best third players.
Them realize at the end for them
yes, even though the little man only play 1 minute, fair to my school in the other group where we did everything, we put in the work, we play well, and we get the third place. You come take it because the man play 1 minute and then protest at the end. I threw everything. So if I go back, we'll see this team over there, so and see all of that problem for Issa.
No man, don't put in the amount of time and play with that. 1 minute him still shouldn't play.
But I understand why Issa doing this.
Yeah, so if I say if we don't have boss no and don't until when you feel like we can go through.
Here you go.
Okay, all right, it makes sense.
Yes.
It makes sense.
What kind of effect will this have on the fixtures, Auntie?
Not now. It won't have any effect.
You have any effect now because
given the if without the 48-hour rule.
Yeah, man. You have a change, or the seedings are issued out. That changes.
It can
who play who, have a change, everything. Because we're waiting on one game today in the Doncaster Cup determine about eight different games. This one game today in the year.
Yeah,
because of the
seedings. Yes.
It can, man, and they don't expect a game to play again before 48 hours.
My thing, as I said earlier, I want to know what punishment will Issa give if after the 48 hours they realize. So you probably can. What do you do? Having found out that the man was ineligible for real.
Yes.
48 hour pass. So what then do you do? That is my question.
Good question.
So clearly that man can't play again because he's ineligible. But then what happened? So you're not at the point, but then what?
Maybe it's a fine.
That is where my head is at the moment. Hello?
All right. It will sound like the line drop.
What can they?
Fine.
So each school pay money.
Yeah.
So the richer schools and just do this, man, and hide it and then pay money, man.
No, maybe them say if it happens again within 2, them going to put things in place. If it happens again within the next 2.
I would want a clearly defined. I don't want Issa say we will deal with it as it comes.
Based on.
I want them to say and maybe it's difficult,
Yes.
But what will happen if you don't have a clearly defined punishment rule? Say this is the punishment, this is the crime. We're probably going to have another John Campbell situation.
There you go. But I think what Issa is saying, a lot of these schools in Orville, because the top players, you know them.
Yeah.
And they know some of them man them can't play now. And they sit down and say nothing until the result.
And I understand. You can't have that. But I still want to know what. Well, that is the next thing. What can be done? But we still have Baggio.
We lost him, man.
We'll lose.
The Lions don't like it, trap.
What do we do now?
We go to another.
Who?
Tell us who now.
All right. Just
MBR.
All right. Good afternoon, guys.
Yes, MBR.
All right. Just a few points. Zidane.
Mm-hmm.
You said earlier that Barcelona won the Champions League back to back. That has never happened before. And I don't appreciate you trying to throw water on Zidane winning the Champions League 3 times in a row. It is a magnificent feat. So yes, it has happened before, but it was earlier in the Champions League.
Why you said I'm throwing cold water? Why you say I'm throwing cold water on it?
Because you're trying to measure it up to Leicester City winning the English Premier League one-off, and somebody winning the Champions League, a rookie coach winning the Champions League 3 times in a row.
No, man, don't add in him being a rookie coach.
No, but that's part of my thing to do.
Hold on. Let me talk.
Yeah, go on.
Yes, MBR. Yes.
All right. So, Zine, you establish, you have Pep as the greatest coach ever.
Mm-hmm.
And you say Alex Ferguson can't match up to him because dominate English Premier League and him only win it twice, right?
No, man, I was just using that to counter others' argument, you know.
Okay, cool.
Because me have Alex Ferguson behind Pep, you know.
All right, here are some things, you know.
Yes.
So Pep had the greatest Barcelona team in our history. Never won it 3 times. Even though he did beat Real Madrid with Ronaldo, Mourinho was his arch nemesis. He beat that Real Madrid team several times.
And that was a big Real Madrid side, you know.
Yeah, it was. And Pep won it, but he did not win it 3 times in a row. And he had the greatest Barcelona team ever. Greatest team in our world, people say. Then,
man from man were they greater than the Real Madrid team that won it 3 straight. I respect make them look like them are the greatest team. Which one?
Madrid always gonna have the bigger name, but I think looking back on history now, I think Xavi and Iniesta were bigger players. Because Kaka, I think Ozil could have matched up to them in terms of statistics, but on the eye test, I think Xavi and Iniesta were really good midfielders.
Yeah, but I agree, but I think Pep Guardiola helped to make them the best duo.
No doubt.
Yes.
No doubt. Busquets was at his prime. I mean, no CDM could have thought.
I remember Busquets was unknown to us, you know.
Right.
And Pep decides, listen, this man, I'm going to remove Yaya Toure and utilize this one. And a lot of persons say Pep crazy. I see what how Busquets turned out.
Him take PK what did wash up a Manu and turn him into.
Yes, man, you run with PK, same can make our team.
Right, with Puyol. So I say Pep had the teeth. He never won it 3 times, he never win it 2 times in a row. Then take a hiatus, he moved to Bayern, which had just won the treble. Decimate that a Champions League year, then give one team, them beat everybody convincingly. Pep inherit that team. Never win it the second year, make it to the semi-final. He has never made it back to the final. So,
all right. To be fair now, let me counter that. To be fair now, remember he lost to that super Barcelona team with Messi in the form of his life. You know? Remember when Messi made the defender drop on his buttocks? You remember that goal? So he's buck up in an alien Messi that year, remember? I think Bayern Munich could have won that year. Yeah.
Agreed. I'm not disputing, you know, but I'm saying that even though Pep is the greatest coach ever and he inherited some great teams, he was not able to win. Do the same thing.
Not even 2 in a row.
Not even
2 in a row. Hold the line. Decent point. Hold the line. Don't move. We're coming back.
All right. Who we had?
Yeah, man. MBR.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still here. All right. So I'm not raising these points as a knock against Pep.
I know.
Pep would be the greatest because it happened to Mourinho, it happened to Alex, it happened to Rijkaard. No other coach has ever been able to do it because it's so difficult.
Yeah, man, it is.
So for Zidane to galvanize one team, he could have God and the Holy Ghost and Jesus.
Yeah, it's a big feat. It's a big feat. Because no team would have won back-to-back since the early 90s. And he went 1 further and 1 3 straight. Yes, it's a big achievement.
Right. And now, my knock against Pep now, why I cannot have him as the GOAT. He's a great coach. Can't argue that. System, everything. But 2 Champions League, him get in pairs to beat and advance and win a final. First it was Tottenham. Him beat Tottenham, him lose to Tottenham in the Champions League and the weekend he got embarrassed them. like, to me, that is a blight against him. And the same thing with Chelsea.
No, you know what I want you to do, my boss? Don't just say him lose to Tottenham and then go beat them up. Was it tactical ineptness why he lost to Tottenham in the Champions League? You have to point that out first.
It can be tactical, it can be players, but anytime a team lose, they're going to always fall upon the coach.
All right. Fair enough. I definitely think him dash the Champions League final against Chelsea.
Yeah,
I don't understand. It was a weird decision not to play Rodri, and they were loose in the middle of the park.
Bryan playing out. And then that's my knock against him, right? I don't think him show up in big games, but that's a whole different.
Enough. He does, but not enough.
Right.
All right.
So for me, Pep, good coach. I still think Klopp reach up to even Mourinho level yesterday in a conversation about GOAT, because in terms of achievement and with the underdog team, Mourinho do it. You talk about underdog, you talk about
Porto.
You talk about someone never expected Inter Milan beat some of the greatest team them in a Champions League to go win it. So Klopp did something, and sometimes like a run here win the league, like everything that's line up team that year there. Because Arsenal they drop off, Man City, Chelsea, everybody just kind of just drop off and then just take the opportunity. That is how Klopp won.
It's a COVID league him win.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, my boss. So who you have as the greatest?
For me, well, I have Mourinho.
All right.
And just the underdog thing. Not because he don't have any special tactics. He know to motivate the underwhelming players, and he can just win. He can grind out a result out of anything.
All right.
A lot of the games I see Pep lose. You know, Mourinho 1-0 that and defend out in life the next leg.
All right. Somebody's pointing out that Spurs beat Man City 1-0. Aguero missed a penalty in that game.
Yeah. So, I say it don't come up to the players and to the coach, because there's no way we can beat you, whop you up weekend, and then they can beat in a Champions League.
All right,
week in, week out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, my boss. You call. Is it the first time you're calling?
No, I call when every time Highgate makes some stupid point, I call.
Oh yes, continue to beat Highgate.
Yeah, man.
Cool. All right, let's go to know Bryan.
Yeah, good day. How you do?
Yeah, Bryan,
not bad.
All right, there, man. Yeah, man, I want to win and the whole West Indies and the World Cup thing, the T20 thing.
Yeah.
I've been calling a while. No, I don't know, but I've been looking at the makeup of the side, and I think we are missing the mark as it relates to the makeup of the side thus far. I don't understand why Kyle May keep on opening at the top of the inning. I don't see the necessity of that.
But the only man who seems to understand that are the coach and the captain.
I think we're best option now with the current squad that we have at the World Cup is to use Brandon King and go back to this.
Openers with the bat and more natural openers with the ball. The same man we whoop the bowling and whoop the batting when none of these two positions are naturally his. Somebody needs to explain this to me.
That is what
Big man, may have enough reason to tear up my ear here, sir.
That has been the question I asked a while now. I mean, yes, he make a couple innings up at the top of the innings, few and far apart.
But it is not a must. I'm saying if you have two people who are more natural openers.
Openers, yes.
Remember, I know, Brandon King, you play Johnson Charles. That means you think Johnson Charles is going to play. You make them kind of move there when you don't think you have natural. Or you have Evan Lewis, Brandon King, Johnson Charles, all of whom are openers, and you have all of them are play, and I like them now and play now. Evan Lewis a play, Johnson Charles a play, Brandon King a play. They have all been opening. Kyle Myers, you're trying to make him into an opener. Why? You're also trying to make him into an opening bowler. Why?
My question is, do they think that they need persons who can finish in the West Indies side?
I don't get it. And as me I say, you know, if you push up Kyle Myers, because you think him can bat spin down the bottom. Him can bat spin better than all of them, Ravman and the whole of them.
Exactly.
But I mean,
what we need now is a finisher. We have struggled to make 150 in every match.
Yeah. I don't understand it, no, boss.
Brian, they want to squeeze two more.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
all right.
They drop. All right, continue, Brian.
All right.
Yeah, continue. Because them say they others dropped off.
So I am wondering now the logistics behind everything, because when I realize, and again the next thing again, I realize, Beg McCoy, now getting the ball until how much over gone. You can't understand that. You have your fast. You have your fast bowler on your side. And your fast bowler just sit down until 6-7 over gone before you give him one ball in the match. That don't make no sense to me.
Because we have to bowl Karl Myers for 2 overs.
Because you have to bowl Karl Myers 2 overs. That don't make no sense.
And then I win last lesson is have nobody where I hope the bowling and the batting and no kind of cricket. Karl Myers a big thing, boy.
Yes, alright. So guess what now? We not argue if Karl Myers is supposed to be a part of this squad. Because in my mind, he is supposed to be a part of this squad.
No man, you have him and I'd probably play him as well, but him can't be both my opening bowler and my opening batsman. Not that good.
Batting at the same time. No. And I think this has been one of the major things that has been hitting the West Indies. Because we keep on doing this. And
make we watch tonight, Bryan. But we want to squeeze 5 and 1 more. But come 11 o'clock, make we see. Because that do or die game, all of we going to be looking for our go.
And I think I don't want to walk over side where I play either. You know?
No.
So I want to realize that and they have to go out to play good cricket.
All right, my boss. Make we see it go.
Yeah, man. All right.
All right, squeeze 1 more.
Sunny State.
Sunny State.
CC.
Oh, CC.
Yeah, man.
You have 3 minutes. Use it wisely.
Yeah, here we go on. That cause about the same thing with the whole Man City versus Chelsea argument. To hear people always say Pep got it wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the question is that did Pep get it wrong, or did Pep try to utilize something else? Because he had lost the semi-final of the FA Cup to Chelsea. He had lost in the league leading up to the Champions League final to Chelsea. And then
you're talking about the game when he rested most of his starters because the league was basically wrapped up.
Listen what I say, Zidane. The man lost the FA Cup semi-final.
And Aguero, they led 1-0 in that game that you're talking about. Aguero got a penalty and was fooling around and missed the penalty and Chelsea come back.
But may I ask you a question? Say, if you lose back-to-back games,
no man, I'm saying the league game doesn't count for me.
Yeah, but you're playing this team and you lose back-to-back games.
No, but he would have weakened the game in the league, my boss.
Question: Did he not play? Something there, Rodri in the game that he lost in the league.
Yes.
And did he not play Rodri in the game that he lost in the
So you're saying it was a good decision to leave out your one defensive?
I'm not saying it was a good decision.
But persons are saying that you basically gave the midfield to Chelsea when you leave out you want a man who can win back the ball for you in midfield.
Listen, I'm not saying no, but I said to you, say what I came to realize is this. The man lose. Remember, I realized that this is the thing with
in panic, my boss. But panic in the finals.
That is what I'm saying. He
means let me forget licks for that season.
In panic. because him lose back-to-back game and he must say, it's like to me, Gundogan has been the leading goal scorer in your team. And you put Gundogan as a holding midfielder. You put Gundogan far from the action where he can impact the game because he's been the one scoring all of the goals. Gundogan is the one who was vital for that season when they win the Premier League. It's not Kevin De Bruyne, it was Gundogan. And he took Gundogan and replaced Gundogan and Gundogan played.
There's a time when City win the Premier League when Kevin De Bruyne was not important.
Yeah, man, the Premier League went and man, they win with something like Ilkay Gundogan. Kevin De Bruyne was mostly injured for the season.
Oh, yeah, I remember the season. Gundogan scored a lot of important goals.
Yeah, man, Gundogan
was in and out.
Goal or something, man.
Yeah, I remember the season.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So that's why I was saying that is the same season when him lose the Champions League final?
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying to you that I couldn't understand why he did that, and then because of those games. So to me, the pressure moments that I think Pep has to get beaten for is when in the league, he can. I don't know if it is because he must say, if him draw or him lose in the league one game, it doesn't have any bearings because he can catch up because it's a longer season, as opposed to when he reach a semi-final, final in the Champions League, it's do or die. If you get to me, I say, first when they may have the away goal rule. So I think in those pressurized moments, he tend to make some decision where you question it. But in the league, he is much more relaxed in terms of decision making. You understand what I say, Zidane? Because I think it's a much more high pressurized game when you're in a semi-final of a Champions League, because anything can happen in a semi-final knockout game. But in a league, if you lose, it's a points thing. You have points, you have goal difference, you have.
I want to answer. Pep Pepper choke in the big game, eh?
Boy, I mean, but Orville, you have to look into it.
Big man, City is supposed to win at least one championship.
I agree.
I
agree.
I'm thinking
because one of the best leagues in the world is the Premier League, and you just dismantle the best league. You must be able to squeeze out one champion.
That's what I say. And Pep is supposed to at least win one Champions League out of the Bayern Munich team.
Well, me never used to follow Bayern Munich football.
Yeah, but I tell you, all right, look at it like
no, here I give him a pass now. In one of the years, my boss when Bayern Munich looked really good, Messi was out.
The two of them are play.
Yeah.
Use the two natural opener now. If it's the ability, because you have him is one of your better batters of spinners. He make a double 100-pound debut against Bangladesh and liquid the spinner them ball. You don't need to make him open. You don't need to make him open the bowling either. Alzari Joseph is in the form of his life. He's bowling quick, cut probably everybody else not really.
Yes, and not giving up any runs.
Not giving no runs. This man not take a wicked name international career open bowling as well. Me not understand it.
Phil Simmons has some question to answer, my boss.
I agree. So tomorrow.
All right, big up. That's it, people. Enjoy the program today. Thanks for the people who took the time out to call and listen. Thanks to the producer Sean Grant. Thanks to Nicholas Burford. Thanks to Hoster Hoyt. So the producer. Hoster, tell me the man. Oh, me can't hear. Marian. All right, thanks to Marian. Tomorrow you're going to hear the last name, people. So Marian was the producer today with Sean Grant and Hoster. Big up, people. Join us tomorrow. Same place, same time. With it all over again. Until then, have yourselves a great evening.